wanted to show you guys the haul before it gets taken down. Now this half of the floor decided to go with a Hogwarts, like a Harry Potter sort of thing.
No muggles beyond this point.
And we've got the 4 houses. Here's a free Dobby thing. This is the Slytherin section. And up there in the red is the Gryffindor section. Got the keys hanging from the ceiling. And then the Hufflepuff with little golden snitches hanging from the ceiling. And Quidditch hoops and stuff. And the Hufflepuff part of the saying thingy. Then here's Ravenclaw, which for some reason doesn't get blue, they get black on the lights. Go figure. There's my pumpkin, a pumpkin display. And then on the other side of the hall, it has the train station, the 9 3/4 train station thingy. Hello everybody, it's not Halloween yet, but we're doing trick-or-treating with our floor and oh, the golden snitch is gone. But we've got little candles hung by the ceiling, and there's everybody. Hello. We've sort of run out of candy a few times. We've handed out ramen.
That was my idea.
Yeah, that's Abby's. Then Theta is handing out pudding now. So
I've got cheese crackers and granola bars.
cheese crackers and granola bars, that's great. And we already made a run to Dollar General. I got $11 worth of candy, and the kids are just going through it like mad. It's crackers up here. I just made a wand because the whole is Harry Potter themed. Red Gryffindor. Oh, there goes a candle. Happy Halloween, everybody. This might get awkward because I'm outside and I have anxiety or whatever, but today I'm gonna be doing a Halloween PDDIY. Well, actually, it's more of a DIY than a PDDIY, but like if you haven't taken the Boy Scout Tote and Chip Merit Badge, I do not recommend just jumping in with a knife, because today I will be carving a wand out of a stick. My haul, as you've seen, has done a Harry Potter theme, and so I was thinking, you know, like there's some kids out there who can't eat some of the candy like I did when I was little, and so I decided that I would make something for the kids with allergies, and I went with Harry Potter wands because Harry Potter was the theme of our haul. First step is find a stick. Don't do this kind of measly stick. That's gonna end up with like a twig wand. No. You want like, this one doesn't have any bark on it anymore, so that's fine. But if you're looking for like a stick with bark on it, you want like something that's thicker, because as you whittle, it's gonna thin down. Some woods are heavier than others, so you gotta watch out for that too. Because softer woods are gonna be easier to carve than harder woods in general, because like that's how you know, physics and stuff works. Let's get to it. Okay, before you open your knife, you gotta look around, and then you gotta make sure that no one is in the vicinity of your knife. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with this one because most sticks need to be debarked. Never do the knife towards yourself, because then you'll cut yourself probably. Always do it facing away. Now keep in mind, I made up this technique yesterday, so like if there's a better way, do that. This is horrible. I'm failing miserably right now. I think that this wood is too soft. Anyway, with knots in the wood like this, I usually saw them off. I'm terribly afraid of judgment. So like then there's just that. It's just kind of flat, and then you can just deal with that later when you're carving the rest of it. Now that I think about it, there's probably way better ways to make a Harry Potter wand, like a lathe or something. Dremels probably help. But all I have is a Swiss Army knife, so whatever. Now a good measure for the length of a wand is just from your elbow to your fingertips, because it's gonna end up shorter. It's gonna end up shorter than this, okay? Just accept that right now. So I'm just gonna saw it in half right here. I could probably make a second wand out of this piece. Let's start with one. So this is already debarked, so like most of the work is done for me. So this side is slightly thicker than this side, so I'm going to use this as a tip and this as the base. And basically, all I'm doing is narrowing it down to a point and then blunting the point. Or narrowing it down to a blunt point to save time. This wood though, this wood making cool patterns. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's got really cool patterns there. Even though it's already debarked, I think I'm gonna go over the entire stick once because I really like the pattern that it's got. Like over here is kind of orange. Over here it's like more pale. So it's got kind of like a cool swirly effect. This one's turning out really nice. And I really like it. Oh no, I got dirt on it. When you narrow this part down, you would want to narrow a little bit of this down so that it isn't like straight curve, like you're gonna stab someone with a pike. You gotta do it like kind of gradually. I'm gonna move on to the other end. And this end is blunter, so you don't want as much narrowing. I am almost through. There we go. That's off. So now I just kind of gotta round the corners. Oh! I've got the teeny tiniest spider I have ever seen on me. Let me see if I can show you. It's right there. That's the spoder, guys. There he goes. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, he jumped off. Okay, bye. Now that's pretty round. It does have a lot of texture from the whittling. But overall, I think this is a success. It looks really pretty, especially like right over here. I think I might leave that knot in, although I might try to carve it out. I'm gonna end up leaving it in, guys. I think it looks really, really nice, and I got dirt on it again. It is possible to sand this, although I don't have any sandpaper, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think it turned out really well. I'm gonna probably turn this one, which is the same wood, into a wand as well, because I really like how this looks. So that's how you whittle a wand out of a stick. Okay, there's a lawnmower going, and here's the second one. The wood was a little lower quality, but like it sticks, so like what are you gonna do? Like go out and actually buy some good wood. It's thinner, but it's the same length pretty much. So I think it turned out pretty well. I think it looks pretty good. It's got the same sort of funny pattern in it. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. It's got the same funny pattern. So I was gonna do a little bit showcasing my costumes, my Ellie costume, and possibly my other costume that I have. But, you know, I didn't actually have the time while I had it on. My eyebrows are still a little orange from the lipstick I put in them. The reason I didn't have time to film anything was because I am part of the poetry club, and for the poetry club, we drove to a cemetery and sat in it for about half an hour and wrote poems. We were each told to pick a gravestone and then write a story or a poem or something like that that relates to that gravestone. I chose a gravestone where it had a husband and a wife, but the husband had died and the wife was still alive, so she had her date of birth on the headstone but not her date of death. So this is the poem Myrna.
We know she will die, she'll be buried here. So we have no qualms, of offense we've no fear. When we write down her birth below her name and leave a space her death will claim. Buried next to her beloved Fred. While she stays alive, he remains dead. 4.5 years, right to the day, now's Halloween, he left 1st of May. At the base of the slab, we named Anthony, lie 3 rocks called Dad, Grandpa, and Family. A groundhog complains we've stayed here too long, and geese scream at us from the blood horizon. Leave us alone, it's our day to rise, say the dead with no voices, and I realize the chill in the air may be more than the wind, and the darkness descending will not rescind, until the sun whose blood I saw banishes my fear's great maw, who snaps at me with every sound, who in the bleak unknown is found, who makes it hard to read my page, and taunts me with riddles of the age of Myrna. When she leaves life's guild, when will my own blank be filled?
There's a drawing of an urn with like the flowers in it that was next to the gravestone. It looks really scribbly.